Week 107 of the 27-inch challenge. I am getting the pattern. I'm preparing now my meals and getting into the groove and like controlling a lot more control in these past few weeks. So still enjoying foods. And this is something cool, this is from Korea, some 0-calorie jello. So if there's some, I'm gonna find it here in the Philippines. So this is some mung beans, some low-calorie pork skins, and some brownies. This is amazing, especially that red velvet. So training today, I'm gonna show you the whole picture of my training and the adjustment I did. I did adjust my training from prioritizing first the deadlifts. Now I'm gonna do arms first, okay, first and foremost, because my priority is not the posterior chain now, the lower back, the glutes, that part of the back, the hips. It's not my priority. My priority is bringing up the peaks of my arms. So I noticed that max deadlifts totally obliterates me. Like that 6 to 12 deadlifts you see weeks before. I did hit 888. So now the adjustment I do is I do biceps, but I do one arm. And that one arm, as you might see here, I'm going to, the fatigued arm will be an overhand grip, and the not so fatigued hand will be the underhand, so that I don't, risk bicep tears. And this is not, a weight to tear a bicep on if you are smart with your execution. So I normally do 888, but it totally wrecks me in the other workouts. This is a full body session. The other exercises suffer. So I don't know if I'm gonna continue that. So instead of doing 888, I'm now doing 666. Same 24 reps, but now I'm able to do the workouts or accomplish the workouts faster, because by stopping 2 reps short of failure, I'm not that fatigued, I'm not that trashed. So in between my rests, I can do calf raises, I can do bicep curls, I can do neck curls, I can do the lateral raises. I didn't film all of it now. I do 11 movements in one session, like on a superset style. So it's like 6 supersets. So I go back and forth now. It's pretty hard because it's a superset, but I try to do antagonistic muscle groups. Not the same body part. That's just the fancy term of saying it's not the same body part. You're doing one body part on one exercise, and then the next exercise, the next superset will be another body part. So while the other body part is resting, the other body part is working. And while that body part is now resting, you go back to that other body part, that first, and go. For example, this deadlifts again. This is set 2. As you can see, it's still slow, so meaning it's still hard. Okay, the fatigue is still there, the challenge is still there. I don't know why people brag about doing lots of sets in the gym, but if you're training correctly, 3 sets should fry you. If you're training intense enough and you're training like you're maximizing your time in the gym, 3 to 6 sets should kill you. Okay, it should make you tired already. So especially if you're natural, if you don't have like some gears on you, that pushes performance to the max. 6 sets. Okay, so you don't need a lot of fancy training, or training methods, or a lot of sets, a lot of exercises. It's just this. So this is third set. I totally did 4. My goal is 5, but I have to go. I have some meetings after this, so I did do that last set, and I'm pretty fried after that 4 sets of 6, and supersetting it with isolation work like neck, like side delts, overhead press, calves. It is still hard. Okay, it's not that I back off 2 reps, it doesn't become hard anymore. It is still very, very hard. That's why I always say you don't need a lot. I would argue that when you see bro splits that says this is a shoulder workout, or this is a back workout, and they do like 25 exercises with 4 to 6 sets, and that they stay in the gym for 3 hours. Okay, it's a waste of time. You take a lot from your progression when you do that. Okay, what is the goal of a back day? What is the main goal? Or a sample shoulder training day, or some sample leg day? What's the main purpose? What's the main purpose of the bro splits? The 25, think about it, the 25 exercises bro split. Think about it. The main purpose is getting that hip hinge, that deadlift from 300 pounds to 400 pounds. That will grow you. If anything, any exercise will help that deadlift to go up, do that. But doing 24 more exercises will take a lot from your recovery. Okay, you can't progress doing a lot. Okay, what is the purpose of a shoulder bro split workout? A shoulder day. Getting that vertical press from, for example, 80 pounds, you start with 80 pounds to 85 pounds, to 90 pounds, to 95 pounds. That's it. That's the old progressive overload. Okay, I can't stress this enough. Focus on the most important, which is progressive overload. One exercise. Just focus on one. In fact, one exercise executed with progressive focus is better than 20 hybrid burn body part workout, bro split workout. Just one. Just focus on, okay, if it's a shoulder day, it's the overhead press, or it's the lateral raises, or it's some machine form of that. And I'm going to track my lifts. This is important. Track my lifts from this week to the next week, and the next, and the next, and the next. Our training should be personal, meaning it's catered to you. Common mistake. For example, this. When I row, I am going for that elbow to be far from my lats. Why? Because I want my rear delts to pop. Okay, lats are not really my priority. I'm not saying the lats is not working on that exercise. I'm just saying, getting your elbows far and on a 45-degree angle when you row focuses more on that rear delt. And why I'm not doing squat? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing leg extensions? I'm trashed from the deadlifts. I can't do leg press. I can't do anything. I'm already fatigued on that deadlift. Okay? Personal, meaning it's catered to you. You know, the common mistake people make is they copy exactly other people's program. It's good at first. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not good long term. Okay? OHP. Okay? I told you I haven't got a lot of time. I didn't set up the seat, so it's standing press now from now on. Okay, so for me, for example, I'm not doing now incline bench because I replace it with this overhead pressing, and I am not doing, you know, a lot of, you know, front delt focused work like the presses, because I want my rear delts to pop. I do rear delt flies. Okay, I do this vertical pulling. It might be, you know, unconventional, or it's not normal, or you look stupid in the gym. You're doing full body and everybody else are doing the bro splits and body part weeks. But that's what I need. Okay, more pulling, more calves, more neck, more bicep exercise, and body control with rings. That's what I need. Okay, so let's not be afraid of getting a little weird, and just do what you need to do. Okay, for example, me, I'm eating unconventional diet foods. I'm far from what people do when they say diet, because, you know, I know the basics. I know macros. I know that this is high fat, this is high protein. If I remove the skin, I don't eat the skin, I just eat the breast part of that wing, I'll be good. Okay, but I didn't eat the breast part. I just enjoyed the skin and the sauces. Speaking of skin, this is some lean pork skins by Oishi. So it's amazing. That product is amazing. It has like 20 grams of protein. So I don't eat it all the time because I'm not sure if it's really have 20 grams of protein. And this is again a tour, you know, food tour around the world. So we had some all around, you know, buffet again, and it's you know, it's amazing because I had fun on the low days. I'm enjoying the low days, and now high days are just bonus, and sometimes kind of eat lesser and lesser on these days because, you know, I'm so satisfied with my diet right now. I know I don't need to binge, and I think that's the sweet spot when you are completely are contented with, you know, with your approach. So I think in the next few weeks we can push a little bit harder. So that's what I need, and that's what I want. That's why I engage in this like flexible dieting thing, and the calories are not too high and also not too low, so I can maintain a pretty a physique that I want, you know, a level of body fat that I want. And people think the workouts are hard and training is hard. Actually, what's harder is this, you know, nutrition, balancing things, your time, work time, schedule. The balancing act is the hardest, not the training thing. And another thing that's hard is sleeping. People don't sleep well, and people don't sleep as much as they need to. So sleeping on time, it's harder. Waking up on time, you know, the temptation to train unrecovered. Actually, there is some form of, hard on it's hard on your training when you are overtraining. You love training so much, you're overtraining. Another thing that's hard are mobility drills. Actually managing fatigue and not overtraining. That's what's hard. That's what's challenging. And I'm saying this because I am on the state of, like, I don't overtrain, I undertrain actually. And the thing that makes me undertrained nowadays, and it's been chronic, it's the sleep. Okay, I haven't been sleeping good, and it's affecting my strength gains, my recovery. And I lack mobility work. The reason I don't recover as much, and when I started to do it, it changes the game. So that's some bicep curls right there. I do this supersetted with calf raise. I am gonna do some home workouts from now on, just to make frequency hitting the muscle groups multiple times a week possible, and really fit my schedule. So I'm gonna do this every morning because I am developing a habit now of waking up at 6 a.m. reading the Bible, and then 7 a.m. and either I train, or I train with intensity, or I train my mobility and flexibility and foam rolling and everything, some stuff to help you recover. So that's what's hard. That's the point. The point is not the training itself. Oh, by the way, this is a bicep curl, a compound bicep curl, I call this. It's a pull-up, but it's a bicep-focused pull-up because of the angle of the elbows. Forward, always in front of me. Okay, I am avoiding to pull it on the side. Of course, you're gonna pull it on the side if you are gonna pull your body up full range of motion, but the focus is keep my elbows always in front of me. And I did this after the bicep curls, which is a lot of work. Now this is, I think, the last set of that, and I am now struggling to get 15 reps. So that's the power of pre-exhaust. And this is not a lot of sets. This is just 2-3 sets. No, I don't do more than 4 sets. And then everything else is dog crap training style, like the rest pause, the rest pause style of training. That's it. Just to accumulate volume, and the workouts are pretty fast. It's not getting, I told you, it's not the hard part. The hard part is the balancing of life, the sleep, nutrition. That's the hard part. Mobility work, that's what I'm gonna focus on doing right from now on. That's gonna be the focus. So as you can see, I'm struggling to get 15 reps. The form is breaking down. And of course, the food, that's some tuna sisig, some eggplant, shrimp paste. And I've been cooking my own foods, Diet Pepsi, of course, and buffets, of course, to celebrate the week's hard work. And I've been liking this lifestyle a lot because I have some low days, I have some high days, and my weight is going down slightly, and sometimes gonna go up, but not on my baseline, which is around 28.5 inches. So that last bit is pretty hard to get, But the goal is not to get that as fast as possible. The goal is to get that kind of like it's just a consequence of you enjoying yourself. Again, I'm not a competitor. If you're a competitor, don't copy this. I'm just showing you guys that it's possible. It's really possible, to enjoy good foods if you have a little bit of knowledge about calories and macros and the basics, micros, that what we talked about on our website. So this is some rows, morning again, doing some ring work, and this is wrong. This is the importance of filming yourself. Look at the angle of my my waist. It's going down. So the tension is, breaking. And the most important is, actually getting that peak contraction. So by not engaging my core, I'm breaking the angle. Look at that. So I'm pulling from the rear delts. I'm thinking about my rear delts when I pull this. I pull at a 45-degree angle. You'll see later. On this clip, you'll see the angle of my elbow. So it's not on my side, it's actually between my side and my, look at that. From that, not engaging the core, now I'm engaging the core. Look at the difference. And I didn't get as much reps as before. That's my point. If you always correct your form, you'll not do as much reps because it's harder. We tend to make, it's our nature. We tend to make, our movements kind of easier because that's the body's goal, to adapt. So be aware like this. Be aware of the angles of your torso, the angles of your body, even in the gym, the angles of the elbows when you're pushing, pulling. This is what the 45 angle I was talking about. This is what I'm looking for. Pulling from there. Kind of like in the gym, the cable row. That's what I've been looking for. And this is new. I am very sore after this. I've been doing, some stretch work on the bottom part of the dip, the isometric part of the dip, and it's been helping a lot. And now I tried some dips, and I'm surprised that I can get 10 reps. If I do this seriously, I can do 12 reps. So I did 10, 8 RPE, 2 reps in reserve. And then after that 10 reps, I pause for another 10 seconds just to stretch, the bottom part of my chest and my shoulders, of course. And to be because this is the second half of the muscle up, the ring muscle up. If you are you are accustomed, you are immune to that bottom part of the rep, you can easily do a muscle up, the switch phase. So I've been practicing that like this, stretching, and it is so painful. It's a lot of pain. So that's kind of my routine. It's gonna be just more of that, more frequent of that, and a lot of veggies. And I now know the value why they say prepare your meals, because you control the calories and it's really budget friendly. So I'm gonna buy an air fryer next week. So that's it for this week. I hope you guys learned something, and thank you for supporting this channel. Make sure to click our programs down below. Bye bye for now. Peace.